Okay, so we are sitting in the Duramax right now. We just installed the transfer case, the new, or I'll say rebuilt transmission, the 6-speed transmission in the Allison. We're sitting in a Duramax right now, 2007. It's my personal truck. So anyways, we're here at Ryan's Diesel Service in North Prairie, Wisconsin. The team did a fantastic job installing all this. But more importantly, for those of you guys tuning in, you're wondering or wanting to know how to relearn your transmission, and I do have an expert here that does this quite a bit. All right, so Ryan, what is the first steps once you've installed the new transmission? What are some of the first steps you need to do to prepare before you relearn your transmission?
You betcha. The biggest thing would be making sure proper fluid level would be the biggest thing. You want to make sure you're up to the cold mark. Make sure that, you know, you're not too over, you're not too under. You want to make sure you run it through the gears a good couple times. Sure that, you know, everything seems to be, you know, going in and out. You may notice that it may hit hard, you know, reverse to drive, but like I say, that's going to be kind of normal. It's, you know, everything gets moving around, fluid circulating, everything like that. After the fluid circulate and everything like that, basically we'll go back it out. You're going to want to let it idle for a little bit. After the truck's idling, everything like that, trans temp is going to be the next crucial thing. Basically what we're going to be looking for, and actually we're perfect on here, is 105 degrees or warmer is what you want that transmission. Once we get to 105 degrees or warmer, we can go ahead and do a trans relearn on it, which we're going to do right now. We do all our trans relearn in the park mode. So basically we'll go into fast adapt relearn. Basically it's going to sit here now and go through the gears. Basically the transmission may be clunking, popping, that sort of thing. This is all normal. This process can take about 3 to 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and do it in park, then we're going to go ahead and put it in drive and reverse, which after that we need to take the truck out, we need to drive it.
Ryan, when we're talking about using the computer, the Tech 2, is there any way that just a normal garage mechanic or just a guy that slapped a transmission in his vehicle, is there a way that he can do his own relearn without doing this? Would there be a proper way of doing that?
You could go, in some cases, through FI Live and clear the taps. That is a possibility. However, this is the best way to do it. This is going to be your quickest, best way as far as fast, efficient. The trans isn't going to be slamming hard and everything like that. So this would really be the best way, in my opinion, to do it. If you don't have access to this, if your local shop doesn't, you know, GM dealers obviously always have it. Generally, it's anywhere from about 75 to 120 bucks.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take it on a test drive once we've ran through all the functions.
So here you'll see that it's the part calibration test is now complete. At this point now, what we're going to end up doing is we'll go forward here, and it's going to say you're going to want to go ahead and put this truck into drive. The one thing that you do need to be careful of is this: when you go and put it into drive, if you let off the brake or the truck moves or sees any speed whatsoever, it'll cancel out of this test. You need to make sure, in theory, the best way to do this would be turn your parking brake on, you know, press it down. Obviously up here in Wisconsin, we run into issues with salt, everything like that, when guys aren't using their parking brakes. So usually what we end up doing is either put a block of wood in front of the tire or just pull down on your brake pedal really hard. So now you can see it says drive calibration is successfully completed. We'll go ahead, we'll hit enter. Now it wants us to put it in reverse. What you'll do when you get to this screen then, if you actually look over here, you can see it says range shift inhibited on the dash. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put this in park. It's going to clear that message out. On here then it'll say require a minimum of 3 and 4 upshifts at a steady throttle. What we like to do is first gear all the way up into lockup, then all the way back down at a steady throttle. We like to do 3 or 4 of those at least. So we'll go ahead now and we'll start road testing.
So is there a certain type of driving style that we have to have while we're doing the relearn?
One thing that I say is just keep a nice, constant, steady throttle. Don't be, you know, driving it too easy, and don't be driving it super hard, obviously. It's one of those things I like to go just, you know, 30, 40% throttle, taking off nice and easy, let it get upshift and then downshift. During this drive, you may notice as you're going along, it may slam hard or, you know, kind of stutter. That's all going to smooth out. As you continuously keep on driving it, that's all going to go away. It's going to clear up, and that will not affect anything that way. So it is all just part of the relearn process.
Would it be a bad idea if somebody decided to just get on it really, really hard after they feel like the relearn has been completely done?
Well, it wouldn't be, I mean, I definitely wouldn't go recommending it. In theory, technically, at that point in time, once you have the relearn done, everything is completed. In theory, you should be able to go, pound it, have fun, do what you want to do. I would obviously say, especially at the cost of build transmissions and everything like that, don't drive it easy, you know, give it a day or so, make sure everything seems smooth, you know, everything like that. One other big thing too, I forgot to mention, once we're all done, we get back, very crucial, make sure you recheck your fluid level, you know, make sure, you know, look at your trans temp, especially if you got it on a scanner. Right now we're rolling down the road here. our trans temp is 125 degrees. So when we get back, we'll want to see it just about, by the time we get back, probably be about 130, 140 degrees. So we're going to want to see that, like I say, in about the hot range. Theory, and I know Josh has a triple disc billet converter. Looking at it, the theory that you want your trans temp is no hotter than about 120 degrees outside air temp. So, you know, if it's a 100-degree day, you really don't want it more than about 220 degrees. So in our case, like I say, it's 68 here right now. We'll probably see it, like I say, the 140, 150-ish range would be my guess when we return back to the shop. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna double check everything. Everything's running perfect. I just wanna go ahead and check fluid level while we're out. Like I say, right now we're at about 147 degrees trans temp. So I'm just gonna do a quick look over on everything, make sure everything's solid, and then we'll start heading back to the shop. See, we're back here at the shop now. Kind of like I said, trans is 163 fluid temp wide. Like I say, transmission shifts beautiful. No hard shifts, no hard clunks. Everything is just running out great. What we're gonna do is we'll go ahead, we'll check fluid on it, make sure fluid's in. As long as fluid looks good, Josh can be ready to roll back to Michigan.
So this is where it was initially leaking from. We've got this transmission hot, not hot, but you know, at a good temperature, and there's not a single drop of oil coming out of here. This is very good news.
So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go double check fluid one more time, make sure fluid is up and level, everything like that, that everything looks good. Now that we're back to the shop, trans up the temp. Give it a wipe. It looked like it was right about in the hot. We'll do it one more time here. You betcha. We're right about there in the hot. We'll probably end up going put a little bit more fluid in it, just top it off and everything like that. But yeah, like I say, this looks absolutely perfect.
And no more air bubbles.
No more air bubbles.
That's good. Hey guys, so hopefully we learned something today. Again, thank you, Ryan, for allowing us to shoot videos at the business. It's been a very great, it's just been a huge opportunity to do this and, you know, spread the wealth and the knowledge. If this is your first time stopping in, make sure you guys subscribe. You're missing out on some great diesel content. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.